Republicans think they have a great shot at winning Elizabeth Este's seat. And with us today is the endorsed Republican nominee for CT5, the former mayor of Meriden, Manny Santos. Mayor Santos, good to see you back here on the program.
Great to be here.
So what made you decide you wanted to go to Washington? Everyone's saying, oh, what a tough job. Why would you want to go there?
Well, considering the things that are going on at the national level and how it's impacting our local economy and so on, I felt it important that Connecticut have representation in Washington that's reflective of of what Connecticut needs. And Connecticut needs jobs. We need economic activity. We need, as well as across the country, we need border control. There's a lot of divisive issues in our country, and it seems to be splitting our country, and that's very concerning. So I'd like to go to Washington, D.C. and see if I can make an impact there.
You're a proud supporter of President Trump. Do you think the job he's doing has been good for Connecticut?
I think so, yes. His policies are dead on. I think when you look at the economy, there's no arguing that our economy is doing a lot better, and it has to do with the policies that he's promoting. As far as foreign affairs, same thing. It's always a little rocky when you change, when the country changes its message a little bit from the previous administration in accepted practices, if you will. But he's doing a good job, and I think the majority of Americans see this.
In a state like Connecticut, where we have elected Republicans and Democrats, and the Republicans who are elected tend to be more moderate, do you think that a more moderate Republican would have a better chance of winning?
Well, I don't think my beliefs are extreme. I think.
Do you call yourself a conservative?
I am a conservative. I'm a conservative Republican. Fiscally, I believe that this country and certainly the state has gone in the wrong direction. We've spent too much. Our taxes are too high. We need jobs. We need the freedom to live our lives with very little government intervention. I don't think that that's extreme whatsoever.
You have said that DACA recipients should not have a path to citizenship, correct?
Correct.
So in terms of the aid that the state has given them and certain tuition breaks and things like that have been proposed and talked about, do you support any of that?
Well, I'm making it very clear, right from my announcement of being a candidate, that a path to citizenship is not the right direction, but a limited path for those that are qualified for the DACA program and their parents as well, a path to legalization, but not citizenship. And I think that's a compromise that most Americans will approve, and certainly something that Congress can pass.
I want to talk about a case that is in the 5th District that she was issued a stay last year, the case of Donata Rondos of Cheshire. And she came here illegally as a 15-year-old from Albania, and she was set to be deported last fall, and then there was a stay issued by a judge. What should happen to her? Her family owns a business, her husband's a citizen, She has children here.
Well, I think it went through the correct process, and there's a stay. The judge intervened, the court system intervened. The problem with our immigration system right now has to do strictly with how we categorize and how we handle those that enter the country unlawfully. And there's no process, no legal process in place that once they are here and they become productive residents and have a job, perhaps started a business like this lady in Cheshire, there's no mechanism in place to legally keep them here. And that's the problem with our immigration system right now. There's no path to legalization for these individuals. What I have said in the past is, if you've come here illegally and you're a productive individual, you haven't committed any crimes, and there should be some mechanism in place that you can go through, some process in place that will allow you to stay here legally. Now, very much against individuals who commit crimes, illegals that are here who commit crimes, to continue to stay here at our expense, quite frankly.
If you're elected, you'll be the only Republican member of the Connecticut congressional delegation. The rest are Democrats. In what way would your constituents be served better than those who are served by the Democrats, in your opinion?
I'm going to espouse Republican principles, conservative Republican principles that have been proven successful across the country and in many other states. What we don't want are proven progressive policies that have just about destroyed this state, and I think most people will appreciate that.
Which progressive policies specifically have you, I do believe, have ruined the state?
Tax and spend. In Connecticut, for instance, we've passed the last several years under the Malloy administration, we passed the largest 2 tax increases, and we're still in trouble. Every other state in the nation has almost entirely, either entirely or almost entirely recovered from the recession. Connecticut is still struggling, and it's those policies. When you look at the ever-ending fee increases, also the attack on the Second Amendment, the attack on our freedom to travel now with the proposal of tolls in our highways. These are progressive ideas that impact our everyday lives.
Manny Santos, Republican candidate for Congress in the 5th District. Thanks for being in the program.
It was my pleasure.
Wish you the best of luck. When we come back, we'll get some analysis on CT5 from Daniela Altamari of the Hartford Current, and we welcome your comments right now. You can tweet me, find me on Instagram, or on Facebook. We'll be right back.